Hey guys, welcome back. Yeah, this is a nice little spontaneous video. I have some errands I need to run and I just gonna sit down, throw on some makeup, but I figured, hey, why don't I film it and show you my everyday go-to makeup routine right now with products I've been loving lately. Some of it's new, some of you might have seen before in one of my 5 other videos I have up on my channel. But if you are new here, hi, I'm Frankie. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So grab your coffee. I don't know where you are, but it is cloudy right now and I definitely need this. And let's just get on with the video. So I already started doing my base, and lately I've been loving where actually I'm using primer again, which I don't know about you, but I don't know if I fully believe in primer, but I started using this Cover FX blurring primer again, and I'm not mad at it. I like it. I think it smooths out my forehead at least. She could use all the help she can give because I've got some texture, got a little bit of lines up there. So far she's so good. And then I've been loving this, I don't know if it's technique, I know it's not new by any means, I can't be the first person to do this, but I've been loving going in and spot concealing the areas that I need more coverage first with concealer after primer but before foundation, if that makes any sense. Lately I've been loving my Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. Love this stuff. It is by far become my favorite Holy Grail concealer, drugstore, high-end. Y'all need to try this. It is amazing. It's only $6. Run to your nearest Ulta, grab it. I tried to go get another one this weekend, but they're completely sold out. Every shade, I'm like, I could make another shade work. That's how much I love it. But they're completely sold out, so hopefully they have some more this weekend because literally I'm like scraping this side, like saving this right now. So today I just went in with my Tarte Shape Tape, kind of went over my face and focused in areas that I think need more coverage on my face. I do have a lot of, you probably can see it right there, some acne scarring all on my cheeks, some redness, dark circles, yada yada, the whole shebang, you know. So now I'm going to go over it with a little light layer of foundation, and I haven't tried this combination yet, but I'm going to go in with my Even Steven from The Balm. This is their Whip Foundation. I'm going to go in with the shade Light. I'm trying to get a feel for this foundation, but so far I'm not mad at it. So I'm just going to go with my fingers. It is in a pot, which, I mean, just make sure you wash your hands so you don't break out. And I'm just going to go in and dab in areas that I want more coverage. And you can see this is not, I don't know, this light is like, we're working with natural light here, people, and it's cloudy outside. I have no control over it. But I don't know if you can tell right there how it pools really dark on my face. Like, you can obviously see where I put it. But we're going to blend that out. And I think it blends out lighter than it looks. So don't be intimidated by it, because that was what was holding me back from this foundation for the longest time, is how dark it actually looks like in the pot and when you first apply it to your face. So I'm just going in. I like full coverage, but this is like a part where you can adjust. Look how dark that looks. Don't, I promise you, we're going to blend that out. It's not going to stay like that, but I'm just going to go in with my Royal and Langnickel. I don't know what they're called. The spoon brushes, I call them. It's a knockoff Artiste. I got this in a set, and I absolutely love this brush. It's amazing. You just buff it out. Anywho, what was I talking about? Coverage. I like a full coverage. That's just me for day to day. I'm either a full coverage, I'm wearing full coverage, full beat, or I have no makeup but I'm in a hat. There's really no in between, one or the other. I just like, just for me personally, one, I burn, one, my skin's so uneven, acne scarring, just to protect my skin too, because a lot of my products do have sunscreen. Anywho, but it's all personal preference, whatever. Oh, come on, blend, honey, blend. Whatever you are most comfortable in, whatever you want to do. Work whatever foundation, concealer, whatever tinted moisturizer combo you want to do. It'll work. Just blending. And yet, while I would think it still is full coverage, you can still, just because of how fair I am, you can still see a little bit of my acne scarring peeking through, but I've come to terms with it. I mean, it's life. We all have it. We all have something we don't like. We're not gonna and I'd rather just let it be and look smooth as possible, as natural as possible, instead of caking on more product. Been there, done that. If you knew me in high school, you know. Anywho, I almost forgot. I like to conceal my eyelids because obviously they're really red and veiny compared to the rest. That is what I use for eyeshadow primer. So for this one, I am just going to go in with a little bit of my Catrice because it's right here and I love it so much. Kind of just buffed that out quickly on my eye. Like, again, it's not perfect, but at least it gives me a smooth canvas. Ooh, I'm going to be honest, I'm not loving Tarte Shape Tape sitting on top of this primer and all over my face, that whole concept, whatever we're calling it, whatever I did earlier. I'm not loving it as much as how I love the Catrice sitting on my skin. I think this is just too heavy and too drying, but it'll work. We can doctor it up. We'll go in with my rose water spray at the end and hopefully with some powder. We can smooth it out. We'll make her work. Okay, so now I'm going to go... Ooh, almost knocked you all over. Okay, woo. Powder just to keep my everything locked in, and so we don't want it moving, and especially now that it's summer and the heat, we don't want to melt our faces off. That's not a cute look for anyone. So I'm gonna go in with my powder and my favorite powder, Holy Grail powder now, yes, which is another underrated product. I think I hear nobody talk about this powder. This is the NYX No Filter finishing powder, and I have this shade Porcelain, which is the second lightest shade. Where's my brush? What brush do I want to use? I'm just gonna go with NYX, this NYX 03 powder. Looks like a little powder brush I just picked up recently. So anyway, I'm just going in, I'm setting it all down. I love this powder. It is so light and just smoothing, and just, it gives some coverage, and it just looks great on the skin. I haven't found that it has flashback either, which is nice. You know, so it'll look good in pictures. I'm considering, you know, creative, you know, picking up a darker shade that I could use to bronze or contour my cheekbones with, because I like the formula and how soft and micro smooth the powder is. So I'll keep you posted if I end up doing that. But yeah, there is a lot of shades to pick from, which I can appreciate. I think it looks great. I know this lighting's crappy, but I'm happy with it. And I'm sort of picky with powder. Ooh, I keep bumping this, Frankie. Control yourself. I'm kind of picky with powders, but this one, I feel like a lot of people, if you have dry skin, normal skin, combo skin, I feel like you could use it, even if you just use it to set your eyes with your dry skin. I think you'll really like it. Definitely check it out next time you're at Ulta. Just because I'm extra, and like I say, I burn and I'm fair and I like to protect my skin. Who doesn't? But I'm kind of anal about it. I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Jane Iredale pressed powder. This has a little bit of SPF 20 in it. And just lightly dust that all over the face. And my favorite brush to go in with this is just to, I don't know, I've just always loved this brush with it. Like, these two are like PB&J. I don't use another brush with it. This is the Morphe M44. Love it. It's just a nice dense kabuki. A great powder foundation brush if you're looking to get the fullest of full coverage. Okay, so I just dusted a little bit of that all over. Again, this is totally, I don't want to say unnecessary, but you could skip this if you feel like it. I just have always done this. I drag some down my neck too, because sometimes in the summer, like I say, I don't tan. Obviously, I'm a ghost. So I do go up a shade, either in powder, foundation, whatever, and try and fake that I got a little bit of a tan on my face. But then I have to also make sure I blend that down my neck if it's too dark. So I just will take this brush too. This helps. Either lightening it, also protecting, putting some coverage and some powder on my neck, because we don't want to forget about that too. It's got a little bit of SPF in it. It's always good. So got that on there. Alright, we are officially powdered. So now I go in with my brows, literally just with the natural shape of my brows. And I like to go with my LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. I want to call it the Slim Shady Brow Pencil, but that's not what it's called. And normally I'm in the shade, what shade is this? But I'm out right now. This is soft brown, but I've completely finished that one up. So I'm going to go in, I have medium brown, which works for me too. I do have naturally like black eyebrows, but I don't like to fill them in too dark because my hair isn't that dark, and I just think that looks too harsh because I am really fair. How many times am I going to say that? I don't know. Anyway, so I can make it work. I can make this one work. Medium brown, that's what we're going in with here. Get my mirror because I got to get close because I'm kind of blind. I can't be the only one Does everyone have a favorite brow? Like one brow is Gucci and the other is like Walmart. Not to diss Walmart, I love Walmart, but you know what I mean? Like one that you don't mind doing that just works with you every day. It's easy, and then the others like the problem child, you just gotta take a little extra time with. That's how I feel about this brow right here. I don't look too bad. Alright, we're cooperating. It's a good day today, huh? Again, I'm just going over here, adding some little hair-like strokes to the front. I'm trying to do that like faded. I don't want to say ombre, but just lighter in the front and more filled in darker towards the tail. Comb it through. We don't want to leave any sparseness. I'm just going to go in with my Profusion Contour Palette. Again, another underrated product that I have loved and gotten a lot of use out of it. I travel with this palette. Love it. It's just so universal. With this contour brush that I picked up from TJ Maxx a few months ago. It doesn't have a name on it, but it is awesome. It's just a dense, you know, slanted little kabuki. Obviously, you know what shade I'm going in with. Light contour. This one's my jam. Dusting, tapping up the excess because she is pigmented. Yes, we don't need stripes. Okay, we're going in. I'm just going to lightly contour, nothing crazy. And I like to take my time a little bit with this because it could become a hot mess quick. Building this up, I would rather build up a powder, contour, whatever, than go in and be hella pigmented right away and then you have a hard time kind of blending it out. You know, you're like, what do I do? So that's what I'm doing, you know, to each their. I'm just going along my hairline, giving me some like the illusion that I get a little glow from the sun, you know, who we kidding? Beauty of makeup. Yeah, again, I don't know, this light's acting up right here, but oh, you can kind of tell, yeah. So then obviously on this side, we got some on this side. Looking a little more like J-Lo, yes. Okay, so now we're gonna do the other side now. I'm gonna turn this way, tapping off the excess because we do not want a splotchy mess. Anyone else have to like give themselves a pep talk to go into the grocery store sometimes? Or is it just me? Some days I'm like, yes, let's go. Sometimes I like going to the grocery store, you know? But today I'm just like, but I really have to go. I don't have a choice, I gotta go. Coffee break. What do you guys drink from? What is your coffee that you like? What is your coffee order? Anywhere. It doesn't have to necessarily be Starbucks, but what do you order? I'm always curious when I meet people, like, what do you drink? I drink, right now, I have a cold brew from Starbucks with a splash of heavy cream. That's been my go-to lately, but I also do enjoy iced Americanos with heavy cream as well. I'm kind of basic. Iced coffee all the way. That's just me. It'll be winter and I'll be sipping iced coffee. Call me crazy. We are looking a little more lively. We got some color back after we took it all out. We just put it back in. It's kind of funny when you think about it like that, but it's true. Alright, I'm going to take my favorite blending brush. This is the Morphe R40. Love it. It's just a nice fluffy blending brush. You can never have too many blending brushes. I'm just taking that light contour shade, tapping off the excess, and we're just going to throw this, just blending it in the crease. Just take my tip and build that up. Again, I'd rather have to build it up. Easier to blend out and build it up than to go in with a lot of pigment all at once and then have to blend it out. Sometimes it doesn't always work, especially on our eyes. So just take your time. And however much you want to do, you can honestly just go in with one little swoop, just dust them in, and you'd be good. But I like to do a little extra, if you will. And by extra, I mean just going in a couple times and just really packing it in the outer corner. And dusting a little, whatever's left in the inner, just making sure everything, no harsh lines, and they look semi-similar for me. So you see, it's a little something, you know? I feel like anyone could do that. It's super easy. Now we get to go in with my favorite part. I know I said earlier that I won't like chisel out my sharp chisel out my cheekbones, like to go to the grocery store. One, I'm not gonna, but I will put on a lot of highlight. I don't care where I'm going, I will be highlight. Anyway, I love highlight, and recently, last week, I think I found my all-time favorite highlight, and again, another underrated product. I have heard a little more about this, but I think it really deserves more love than it gets. This is the Sleek highlighting palette in Solstice. This is the lightest shade. For one, look at this cute little packaging, and this is what she looks like. And again, you look at her and you're like, what, are you sure there's a wearable like every day? Whoop. There goes the little brush. I don't use that anyway. I use my own brushes, but yes, this is a cream and these other three are powders. I sort of just mix these three powders and just put her all over my face. And just hold on 1 minute. She is blinding. I will show you. I'm taking this on my Milani highlighting brush right here. That's what she looks like. So first I like to start out with this yellow, the more subtler one, if you will, and just kind of start and put that all over my cheeks. She does have like a little bit of a lilac-y hue to her, but it's not unwearable. I mean, do you see that already? A little bit of a lilac-y hue to her, but I don't think it's unwearable by any means, and I kind of like it. But if that is not your cup of tea, then you might not like this one. I mean, do you see that? She did not come to play. So just putting her on, again, going around my face, on top of the brow. I'm a little crazy when it comes to highlight. I love a good nose highlight. Yes, honey, yes. Down the bridge. This might be excessive for some people. You do not need to go in with this much, but like I said, I love highlight, and I don't care if it looks unnatural. It makes me happy. Whatever makes you happy, you know? The pink one just to top, just in the high points. I mean, just, woo, honey. I don't think I got under this brow bone, but we're gonna go more. Might be a little too much. That's okay though. It'll all blend in. Oh, yes, do you see this? It's like a wet metallic highlight. If you do not like a wet, like blinding highlight, you probably won't like this palette. For a more natural, like glow within type of highlight, I do like the Essence Be My Highlight. I think that's the name of the highlight. They only have one shade, but I do like that one too. But like for intense glowing, beaming, or if you're going out and you're gonna be taking flash photography or pictures and you want to shine, girl, you need this. You need this palette. Go in and we're gonna lock this all in. I'm gonna take my Rose Sense Rose Water Facial Spray. I just found this at, where was this? Where did I find this at? TJ Maxx, like last weekend. You know, TJ Maxx is one of those places you don't know what you're gonna find. So I have been enjoying this. Draw on my face in that, you know, that just takes all the powder and melts everything in. Fan myself a little bit. Let that dry down because we are looking really highlighted. Woo. And you know, it's just a nice little refreshing step. Coffee. I kind of like to let this dry, and I try to do this before mascara so it doesn't transfer, you know. It's mostly dry, so I've been really enjoying this more than I thought I would. This is the Wonder Beauty Unlashed. Lashed eye, see what they did there. Volume and Curl Mascara. I got this in my BoxyCharm this month. So yeah. This is what the wand looks like. For volume in my mascara over length. That's just a personal preference for me, but I do feel like this does both, which is nice. Some mascaras, even though they claim to do that, don't, you know, but this one I think is true to its claim. So I'm just gonna coat my lashes a couple times. I'll just show you real quick. That's just one coat on that lash. I mean, hello. At least 3 layers on each eye. I know that's kind of excessive, but that's what I like, because I don't go in with falsies. To be on like on a daily or lately at all. That's what the lashes look like. I think it builds up beautifully. I think that completes this video. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, and if you survived till the end of this, thank you. I appreciate you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Drink more coffee, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.